Hello and welcome to Ivory Towers, scenario number 19, the original RollerCoaster Tycoon game from 1999, today in Open RCT2. So our brief for this one says this is a well-established park that has a few problems, and our goal is to get 1,000 guests at the end of year 3 with a park rating of 600. So I think a few problems may be a charitable way of describing what's wrong with this park. Let's hit pause and take a look at exactly what we've inherited here. Broken lamps, broken benches, vomit and trash and all sorts of stuff all over the ground. And the park itself is pretty good size. The actual, 365, almost 366,000 square feet according to the game. And there's some roller coasters already. Got a monorail going around the outside, and we've got... looks like a boat hire over here, and I think that's it. Let's check the ride list. Yep. No shops, no stalls, no bathrooms. So clearly we have our work cut out for us to fix all of this. So if you don't know why it's such a problem to have all this broken stuff, is that immediately when guests see this, it just tanks your park rating, which currently is a very healthy 0. So, we want to start replacing this as much as we can, as fast as we can. We do have $10,000, but there is a lot of stuff that is broken and needs replaced. And I imagine these rides probably aren't the best things ever. Just looking at this roller coaster here, I'm pretty sure if this is going the way I think it's going, if this is the lift hill, this is going to be a huge problem right here. This curve right before it goes up, that is going to be a big problem for G-forces. But I don't know if I have, oh, yikes. Okay, 2.89 lateral Gs. That's a lot. That's a lot. Intensity rating of almost 10, nausea rating of almost 10. So, just right off the bat, this roller coaster either needs to be removed or radically overhauled. But that's not going to be our top priority. This roller coaster, interesting track design, but let's take a look at... Oh, this is totally fine. I mean, maybe a little bit high on the intensity for this kind of coaster, but this should be a really profitable one. A monorail is a monorail is a monorail. They'll ride them. It's fine. Boat hires are absolute abominations, and I hate them, but it exists, and we don't need to get rid of it unless all of the boats get stuck, and then it's like, guest number 583 wants to get off boat hire 1. It's like, okay, well, you shouldn't have got on there in the first place. But I digress. Let's go ahead. Yeah, no handyman. We do have a mechanic. No security guards, no entertainers. Security guards, I remember saying a couple of... yes, there's a reason we're still paused, because I know someone's typing a comment. It's like, why are you spending so much of the first minutes of the game paused? Because if we don't, we're not going to have time, and we're not going to have the money to fix stuff. Security guards I usually say are fundamentally useless. But this is bad enough where I think it could be advantageous for us to hire a couple of them just to kind of just generally patrol around. So I'm going to get... let's start with 3 of them. 3 of them. I don't know why when I hit backspace, it closes the windows randomly. I wanted it to close the last 3. Anyway, handyman. I'm going to start with 10. 10 handymen. I can't build anything while the game is paused, so we are going to have to unpause. And we are just going to work our way from front to back, fixing all of our broken everything. And there's so much that's broken. It's entirely possible that before everything gets cleaned up, it's going to get broken again. So we're just going to kind of have to be patient here. I don't see a lot of trash cans, or any trash cans, to be honest with you. So that is something I'm going to keep adding in different spots. Yeah, well, no wonder there's so much garbage on the ground. They don't have anywhere to put it. You can't get mad at people for throwing trash on the ground if you didn't give them a different option. I mean, you still can, but it's not a productive way to go about your life. So let's see. I don't think... Yeah, there's your problem, I don't think. Do we have... Oh, we do. We do. We do. Okay, so this is going to go here, and then that I'm going to say is $5. So they'll buy the umbrellas, hopefully, because it's raining. Guests are complaining because they can't find the bathrooms, because there are no bathrooms. There's none. Hold it. Guests are complaining about the amount of trash. I'm working on it. Right? Give me a second. Give me some time. So we got this little path loop here. I think this would be a good place to put a flat ride maybe at some point in the future. But I do need to find a place. Oh, yikes. Okay, let's watch the train. Is there a second one? Just one. Yeah, so as I thought, this comes down... This is probably okay here, to be honest with you. But yeah, this going just straight across and then down and then all the way back up, no. No. That's going to be an issue. But I'm easily distracted. In case you were wondering. So we're going to go ahead and put in a bathroom. I'll go ahead and put in a second bathroom somewhere over here. Which, yeah, makes sense right there. And hopefully they can start cleaning up all this garbage off the ground so we can really get underway here. Oh, I said I was going to watch this roller coaster. Let's... nobody in the queue line. I wonder why. Intensity rating of 9.12. Yeah, so... what's the... Okay, here it goes. Let's watch the... Probably the lateral G's are going to be the absolute biggest contributor to the nausea factor. So, I'm expecting that to spike mightily when it gets maybe to here and definitely here. I think if this is also a lift hill, which it looks like it is based on the sprite, then we could put a brake here or something. Oh, this is already going pretty high. That's a little bit of a problem there. Yep, it's that corner. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to go ahead and do this. Because this is a lift hill, I'm 90% sure. Yes. This right here is going to get replaced with a set of brakes. So let's try that. We'll run a test here. And we're going to see if the lateral G's have changed at all. Well, I mean, they will change because we're going to slow this down. But if it's enough to knock this intensity rating and the nausea rating down, then I think this is going to be, fundamentally, is going to be a good roller coaster. But you can't have it with intensity and nausea ratings of almost 10 each. That's just untenable. Ha! Untenable. Get it? Get it? It's okay. It's fine. That actually goes underground. Neat. Okay, yeah, that absolutely murdered the lateral G's. So, if that solved our problem, then we should see the especially intensity and nausea go down. Excitement might go down a little bit too because it's slower coming in here. And we can always, you know, raise the speed that the brakes will take the train down to. But I am very curious to see what's happened here. That's so much better. So much better. I don't remember what the excitement rating was before, but intensity and nausea have decreased by over 2 full points. Okay, I guess intensity might have been like 9.12. But yeah, that I think, what, it broke down? I can't start construction because it broke down. Are you kidding me? It hasn't been running. Oh, no. Oh, that's a disaster. All right. So, good news. The park rating has increased. Bad news, there's still garbage everywhere, so that the handymen haven't completely solved their problems yet. Man, alright, I guess I'm hiring another mechanic. We probably honestly should have one per roller coaster at minimum, and then a couple others, but we haven't even taken a look at what our priorities for research are. Oh, there are none. Okay. So to build shops and stalls, I think we're going to be okay without any more of those. Water rides, I mean, I guess we could use one. Thrill rides, definitely. Roller coasters, we might be okay for right now. Gentle rides, I never care about, so I'm just going to go ahead and take care of these three categories. Actually, no. Thrill rides, water rides. Get those guys going there. Where is my mechanic? Where is my mechanic? I got stuff to do. I guess we're just going to have to wait on that. But now that the handymen are in here, and in theory, see, they're breaking my trash cans. Why you got to be like that? Why you got to do that? Let's turn the trees off. Oh, that's going to help so much in getting everything cleaned up here. Yeah, now that I don't have to stare through trees, I don't have heat vision or whatever. Man, they just keep breaking this stuff. I can't remember what video it was, but I do specifically remember telling the story about like players who would put a security guy in the middle of one piece of path and fence him in so he can't go anywhere. Because that's going to have like the largest effective radius without the guy getting lost. And I don't think I want to do that, but it does make you think about different options that we might have here. So they're both... Okay, this guy is going... I'll hire a third. Fine, I'll hire a third mechanic. Try to get all of our benches fixed. Yeah, it's just... If a guest walks past this, they're very obviously not going to be a fan of just smashed up everything. But we've made some good strides, and like lower park rating is one of those things that is going to cause guests to want to break stuff. It's kind of like one of those things. What's the phrase? Dress for the job you want, not the job you have. If you want to be a good theme park, you got to act like one, and that means cleaning up all your broken benches and your busted out lamps and pretty much everything. So we are going to probably have to take a very large amount of time dealing with this over the... Oh, that wasn't supposed to go there, but whatever. Over the course of the scenario, but it's going to end up being well worth it if it means that we can have happy guests that aren't going to break stuff. So, yeah, it's just an overwhelming quantity of vandalism. I think that's probably a big part of the reason this is classified as a difficult scenario or an expert scenario. I think is what it's listed as in the main menu here. I do appreciate that this is kind of a different approach to a scenario compared to most of the rest of them, which is just do X by Y date. Versus this is like, oh, well, you gotta mess up somebody's stuff because they made bad choices. Well, yeah, that is a pretty realistic real-life scenario in terms of entering into a new job or something like that. All right. Did I miss anything over here? It is, like I said, hard to see exactly what you're working with. Just because the isometric view does make it difficult to see behind stuff. And you can't really move the camera at all to get at something you can't quite see. So, of course, that's just going to end up causing problems later if you don't have a very, very, and I mean very good eye looking out for stuff. It does look like, though, we've gotten just about everything taken care of. There's still a couple stragglers. But for the most part, I think we are done. Well, with repairing all of our fixtures, let's see if anything else has gotten whacked with a baseball bat or whatever the kids are using these days. Aha! Seem to have missed that guy, and then yeah, this in the corner I think is newly broken. I think we're good. Park rating is a lot higher. No, that's broken. That's broken. I feel like they're just re-breaking stuff. Any other trash cans that got broken? I don't see any. No, it looks all right to me. So this roller coaster, nobody's in the queue line because it's turned off. I'm going to raise the brake speed. Let's say 27 miles per hour. Let's test it again. And we're going to see what this lateral G number looks like, because I would like it to have as high of an excitement rating as possible. Wait, that's not supposed to be open. That's supposed to be in testing mode. There we go. But yeah, it's kind of a thin line to tread when it comes to maximizing the performance of a ride while minimizing the negative stats. Hopefully that was a good fix there. Guess I could turn this on slightly higher speed, because it has been like 16 minutes and we haven't really done that much. Well, except for taking care of all the garbage that was on the ground and broken and stuff. Yeah, that's actually looking pretty okay. Let's go ahead and open. And I'm very interested. Okay, cool. So the excitement rating intensity notch is basically the same. But we don't have 2.8 lateral Gs. That's the killer. So now they know what they're going to sign up for. Guests don't really like to ride untested rides. Or not all guests will. Some guests don't care. But if you have the rating ready to go, then... oh, yeah, see, that guy wasn't having it. I don't know if you could have seen that or not. But there eventually will be... Yeah, see, there's a guy getting on. Or getting in line, rather. $5. See, that's a good moneymaker if you can, actually have people ride it. All right, how's our stuff? I don't see anything. Oh, somebody broke a trash can. But it looks like for the most part stuff is holding up pretty well. Obviously the vegetation makes it difficult to see everything, but looking pretty good, pretty good. What did we research? Log flume, that's a good ride to put in. Guests are hungry and can't find anywhere to buy food. Well, you should have thought about that before you came to the amusement park, where we don't sell food. Right here in the corner is probably not a bad spot to go, so we'll do fries, drinks, and then for good measure, we'll put a bathroom in there also. There you go. So we got 3 restrooms. Count them, 3 restrooms. One here. We've got one here. And then one over here. So that should be pretty okay for right now. And I'm going to put in another trash can. I kind of don't want to put trash cans where I can't see them, because then if they're broken, I'm not going to know about it. But I think we can probably trust the guests not to just completely demolish everything at this point. Security guards are security guarding. We're just going to leave them alone, let them do what they got to do. And now I'm very curious about the amount of people riding Hurricane here. Favorite ride of 2 guests. Something tells me this isn't a very popular roller coaster, but people are on it. Looks like we got 24. I don't know what the capacity of a train is. 28? 4 passengers per car. Yeah, okay, so that would be it. And how many are on the ride now? 26. Okay, so almost full. That's exciting. That's good, because we can have a pretty nice throughput of this guy. I mean, not as high as some other stuff, but definitely worth doing. Although I think this might still be a little bit high, but intensity of like 7.5 it's definitely high, but it's not going to keep everyone from riding it. And that's basically all we're concerned with, is getting this just operating to the point where we can make enough money for me to build other rides, so we can make enough money to do other stuff. I do think that it's going to end up being a little bit of cat and mouse with the vandalism at some point. Although it does seem like it's been mostly taken care of. I was just shocked at how quickly they were breaking other stuff. So I guess we can kind of leave that alone for now. Swans for boat hire. Yeah, I don't waste time researching that. I want to build a log flume, but I don't know if one of these pre-made rides is going to be a good fit for what we got going on. Obviously, this probably would be a good one. Huh. Average speed is 2 miles per hour. That is really slow for a maximum speed of 31. I guess they're all average speed about 2 miles per hour just because that's how it floats through the thing, I guess. Huh. Also, then, if it's 31, then this is actually one of the better ones you could build. But, oh, that's way too big. Way too big. Log flumes are hard to build because they only have the one radius of turn, so you end up kind of mired in that mess. Wow, excitement rating of 5.6? 7.6. Yeah, there you go. But that's also super long. It's almost a mile long. Could you imagine going to a theme park and riding a log flume for a mile at an average speed of 2 miles per hour? You're going to be on that thing for half an hour. Not waiting in line for half an hour. You will be on the log flume for half an hour. No. I'm not doing that. Not going to be doing that one. No, sir. But this other design here, if I can find a place to build the blasted thing. All right. Never mind the log flume. At least in pre-built form. I do still have some concerns about how this is going. But there's 24 people on the ride, so I guess we can't be too upset about it. It is working. What about the monorail? 20-some people on the ride, that's fine. We do have these paired cars. I guess technically it's still a train, but I don't really like the small monorail cars. I never thought they looked very good. I like the big trains that are enclosed. It reminds me of the Disneyland. Well, I guess Disneyland doesn't really have a monorail anymore. Yeah, these guys. Of course, I can't change it, but I always just like the streamlined trains. These have a plus 6% excitement factor, really? Is that because it's open? I guess. Oh, 3.86. All right. I guess that's fine then. Are canoers getting stuck? No, they're just flailing about wildly and clashing oars with each other. Hey, they managed to make it back into the little dock thing there. I guess that's fine. Hold on. Does this have a drop-down? Wow. Okay, that's an open RCT2 feature I did not know existed. Having different modes of rotation. I mean, I guess it makes sense because, you know, you do have to go one way or the other. All right, any more vandalism we have to be concerned with? It looks pretty good. All right, I'll take it. Swans for boat hire. The dinghy slide, yes. Another good invention. I know I just had this 8th of July. July 3rd. Okay, well, that means that very, very soon we will have a dinghy slide, which we can build. And hopefully start getting our guest count up. Because remember, we are trying to get to 1,000. Dinghy slide, dinghy slide. This is a dumb design that we've already built a couple times. We did that one before. Then I guess demon drop. Yeah, a decent one to construct. It's that is the default dinghy slide option is demon drop. Yeah, it's not going to want to play nice with the terrain, but I don't think it's such a bad thing to have it kind of interact with the path there. That's probably fine. So, that's going to be what we're going to do. So, that's going to go there. That's going to go there. 7 boats? No more than 7? All right. Any other options we should know about? Nope, just dinghies. Just dinghies. only dinghies. I don't know what other alternative there would be, but I digress frequently. So that's going to go there. That's going to go there. The reason we went another space is because when this comes down, it has to have room to flatten out, and there we go. So that'll take care of getting a couple more guests in here. We do need it to start making more money. So taking a look at this guy. Yeah, see, this should be an absolute money printer. It's only $350, really? And that's got, yeah, 16 people in the queue. We probably could get away with raising this. I'm going to go just to 4 for right now. Hopefully, they will continue to happily pay that price. And we'll be able to get a lot more money per hour. It's already per hour 4,300-ish. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Now, if that goes up at all, then that will have been worth raising the price there. What are we charging for the boat hire? 90 cents. Not even a full dollar. Although I guess in 1999 logic, that probably would have been fine. What are we charging for the monorail? $2. Okay, we already knew that. Now, has this updated the stats at all? Yeah, okay. So it's not a ton more, but it's the little stuff like that that matters. What's our throughput on this? Actually pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to go into triple speed right now. Because, again, this is a 3-year scenario, and we are already almost half an hour into this without really doing a terribly large amount of stuff besides just repairing what was already here. And as long as the stuff isn't getting broken, beaten, and blown up or whatever in the game, then I think we're probably looking pretty good. Oh, surprise, surprise, roller coaster broke down. That never happens. And, yep, those guys, I don't think I need to worry about entertainers, but let's take a look at what the guests are thinking. Park is really clean and tidy. Well, that's high praise. Coming from the same people that were complaining about the amount of litter in the park 26 minutes ago. Need to go to the bathroom. Well, there's 3 to choose from. Want to go on something more thrilling than Traveler? Yes, in most theme parks, the monorail will not be the most thrilling ride. Congratulations on arriving to that conclusion. I'm queuing for Hurricane for ages. Is it really that long? I guess because it's just the one train. That might make sense. Running out of cash. Well, that's too bad because we don't get ATMs until RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. So it's going to be a while. These fries from Fry Shop 1 are a really good value. So most of the big ticket, I guess, death knell complaints of a park being really disgusting, park being really overcrowded, or a guest saying that they've been waiting in a line for something forever. Not really that common. So I'd say we're probably doing pretty good. The only problem now is I don't have a lot of money, and I can only go up to 20 grand, which I really would like to avoid borrowing a ton of money because that just makes it really hard to pay back. So what we can do, we can come in here to the shuttle loops. You know how much we love those things. And get these guys going with that. Now, if I can get... I don't know if... Yeah, that's not going to work. I was going to say, hey, it would be really cool if we could have on top of the monorail or something. One of these guys. But I don't think it's going to end up being possible for us to do that. At least not right now. Maybe... Maybe, but no, we don't need to complicate anything. Let's just go to somewhere. I guess up here, if this is going to play nice. Yeah, okay, so that's not going to let me put that there because the ride's in the way. But that would work here. And that would work there. So I think, based on that, I think I can get away with putting the second one right, hold on, that's the wrong rotation. Yeah, okay. Okay, you know how much I love doing this. I am kind of tempted to make a different design of this that has the the on-ride photo section. And I have made these with multiple loops before. Oh, neat. That goes through the... Okay, that's actually going to be really cool. These are going to have different different excitement ratings because of that. So, I guess that's part of the appeal of having the matching rides, is that they're never going to quite be the same. So, part of the fun is riding each one and then deciding which one you actually like the best. So, that one goes there, and then this is going to flip again, which means I just have to go back, and there we go. And I should... Oh, I chose poorly. Because that's going to be blocked in because of the swinging coaster. Yeah, great all-time decision-making on my behalf there. Oh, man, that's going to be annoying to try to fix. Can I even salvage this, honestly? I guess if I really wanted to split hairs with this, I guess I could just lower this land here. I don't technically have to do it this way, but now I am... Yeah, okay, cool. So that's going to work, and then what we get to do is make a really circuitous path for absolutely no reason. How did that end up happening? Okay. So, then they can go under the train. That might be a neat little point of interest. Put some benches on the outside. Get that going. Turn that to the correct orientation. You can't really see what's going on here, but, you know, it's fine. That little, I don't even know what this would be called, little kink in the path here is just, it adds character. Don't worry about it. Yeah, see, now we really, though, are down on our money. But these guys make pretty decent profit per hour if you price them high enough. I don't think I can get too much higher than $3. After this runs for a little while longer, we should have a pretty good idea what the per hour profit's going to be. Excitement rating is 5, really? 5.02. What about this one? 5. Wow, okay. Well, you know what that means is... Can I adjust the price while the game's paused? Yes. I'm going to raise this to $4. Let's try that. There are a couple different schools of thought to doing that. Like, okay, well... Oh, spacebar doesn't unpause in this game. Your guest has a finite amount of money, and in theory you want them to spend all of it and to go ride all of the rides, but... I think for what we're doing now, I'd rather have more money faster, even if it means that guest leaves and another one comes in. Because the guest goal is only 1,000. That's really not that high. It's just the challenge with this one is that you have to spend so much time and energy and money, most importantly, fixing all the broken stuff. And that is just not a quick process whatsoever. But I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. I'd still like to build a couple more things. So water rides are done. Do we have go-karts yet? Oh, yeah. I always miss the go-karts. But let's go ahead and build escape hatch. No, not the custom design. I say about the easiest ride the game to make. Or one of them. Okay, that's too high. That's dumb looking. See, right near the entrance probably isn't a fantastic spot for a ride like this. This is too far. Can I get this to play nice? Maybe I can. This looks promising here. Also would give them a reason to come into the back corner of the park. Yeah, I'm liking the sound of that. Let's do this. Okay, so now we got escape hatch. $2, I guess. I'm going to raise the price, but I want it to be going, so nobody else is going to end up paying. Alright, so $3 ought to be fine for that. Spent a very concerningly high amount of time off screen for my preferences. It's like, oh, please don't crash. Okay, another thrill ride. Go-karts. I love go-karts. Such an absolutely idiot-proof money-making ride in this game. Well, you know what happens when you say something's idiot-proof? The world makes a better idiot. Almost like it's a challenge. If I'm gonna have this in... Okay, that wasn't gonna work. I want to try to, like, have interplay between rides, but it becomes very quickly a big challenge in a map like this where there's not a lot of flat space. When I say not a lot of flat space, I mean truly, genuinely flat. Like, you know, the water works for that. But there's so many little hills and everything. Oh, that's outside the park, so it doesn't matter. But not really going to be able to make a whole lot of progress with terrain that looks like this unless you want to just pave over an entire area and ruin the serenity of nature at the duck pond with a whole bunch of lawnmower engines on the back of some death traps with really sketchy safety belts. Oh man, go-karts are great. So I guess the easiest thing that's going to be for us to do is just pick a spot, shut up, and build it. I guess. Man, I want the go-karts to not suck. Because, like, boring go-kart tracks are just sad. It's just sad. It's like kicking a field goal when you're down 5 scores in the 4th quarter. Like, come on. Just throw the ball. What do you have to lose? You're already down 5 scores. Don't kick the sad field goal. Go for it. So all that being said, we're not going to kick any sad field goals. We're going to go ahead and do Go-Karts 1 construction. Hopefully. Hopefully I can figure out a decent place to put this. I just keep second-guessing myself. I like the idea of it going in between the coasters. So I guess we're just going to have to find a decent spot and stick with it and then figure out how in the world we're going to get this queue put in place. Underground go-karts don't really do anything as far as excitement's concerned. That was the wrong button. Let's see. Okay, so this, if I can make the height match, could be a decent choice. Let's go up one more. Which one's the key that shows the okay, that's wrong. I guess I could just turn on aha, there it is. That's fine. I don't know why it only shows up when you have that thing going, but whatever. Just to be sure, I wanted to hide vegetation, and then I had to sneeze, so that was fun. Oh, of course. All right, here's how we fix that problem. Is you do one of these. Wait, I clicked the... Okay. I was about to say, I clicked the wrong thing there. Alright. Now, come on, really? There we go. Alright. Hopefully that's going to be enough carts, or maybe I just say, you know what? Oh, yes. Glorious. How many carts can you fit on... Okay, we're not gonna tempt fate there. Okay, so that's going to be in the way. That's already way too many carts. That's also not going to work. I did it to myself again. I want to see if I can go underneath this station here. That's going to have to be... Honestly, this is probably fine. Motion simulator. Another stupid ride. That's not low enough. Alright, now, is this going to immediately complain? Yes, it is. Okay. Underground go-karts. Stupid idea. Yes. But I feel like we're going to end up doing it anyway. Isometric view strikes again. There's no good angle on this. So I guess what we're going to do... That's also not going to work. Oh, I didn't think that would work. Of course, that will, but then it's going to be... Here's a question. Oh, yes. Okay, under the monorail tracks. That's a fun... I don't know why I wanted to sound like Mario there. It's a fun. Nintendo's going to send an assassin to my home because I used their copyright without their express written consent. That's fine. Yeah, so we'll just do something cute like this. And entrance, exit. Yes, this is very, very close. No, that's not how it's going to be left. So I'll just do... Ooh, that might result in our least favorite path arrangement. See, that's 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going to move the entrance one more that way. Turn the trees off. Okay. So this... go-karts don't need the big queue because it just turns into a I've been waiting in line forever festival. And nobody likes that. But I will go ahead and get rid of that. Made us super ugly. Now I got space here for something probably super dumb. That's fine. How many carts? How many carts? 14. 14 cars. I'm sorry. They're not... They call it go-karts, and then it says 14 cars. They couldn't say carts. Or it's like how UPS calls their trucks. They're not trucks, they're package cars. Despite being built on truck frames. But anyway, regardless. So hopefully we can get some decent throughput on Go-Karts 1, going over the roller coaster and then under itself and then under the monorail as well. So we should have a pretty nice excitement bonus here. We'll go ahead and just put that on faster speed. I don't know if these people need to be enticed to get on Go-Karts. It seems like that's never a problem in any of these other maps. Wow, we're only halfway through time-wise. And the video is already 42 minutes long. But hey, that's fine. Oh, it's in race mode. And it's a 3-lap race. Okay, that could cause problems, but let's check the stats. See what the survey said. Wow, 4.91. All right, yeah. 59 seconds is a little bit long, but the queue isn't long enough for this to be an issue because each tile is 5 guests. It has a capacity of 14, so that's basically 3 entire tiles, and I have 6 tiles. So at any point in time, it's basically going to be impossible for more than 2 loads worth of guests to be in line for the go-karts. So we shouldn't have anybody complaining about being in line for ages or anything like that. Really good value. Okay. Well, you want me to raise the price? I'll raise the price. Anyway, so that's been making good progress there. We're up to almost 700 guests. Remember, the goal is 1,000, so everything's looking fine there. I've been trying not to take out another loan. It rains a lot. But I'm trying not to take out another loan in case I do want or need to build another roller coaster. Okay, so they're finished with that. Let's do, I guess, just regular roller coasters. Why not? Okay, 3D Cinema. Not going to bother with those. Top Spins is usually a pretty good, simple ride to put in. And then I think I can get away with doing one of these numbers. Nice and simple. Put it in intense mode. That's good there. And nice and simple is what we want. That will be just fine. Right, like so. Make sure we put that exit path in so nobody gets lost wandering the wilderness for 40 years. Do I have room to put cotton candy? Ah, not quite. Not quite. But we do have space here that is practically begging for something to be put in place. So we'll do cotton candy there. Do we have a bathroom over here? Kind of, but not really. Park rating is 980 something? Maybe? 957. Okay, I was close-ish. Now, what are we thinking about the go-karts, folks? I'm not going on the go-kart while it's raining. Yeah, you're going to get more wet, so definitely would not advise that unless you're into that, in which case you do what you want. Mine Train Coaster, I do not like building custom. Not like I'm going to be building that many custom roller coasters anyway, but it's not as fun to build as the other ones. So, I do have some space right here. I don't know if I have enough for a wooden coaster, nor do I want to custom build a wooden coaster in a scenario like this. Maybe if we do one of the long play multiple episode like extreme super park kind of things. Maybe we can do something like that. But it seems like we're making some pretty good progress. The monorail's pretty popular. Looks like I've got, 40-some people on the ride. That might actually be maximum capacity on this thing, is it? So, yeah, 48 is going to be the maximum capacity on this thing. And I think because of the way the stations are spaced out, we're probably... Oh, it literally said 48 right when I was going to say, well, we're probably not going to have 48 people on it. All right, I'll shut up. The game silenced me. Okay, we got... Oh, yeah, we got full trash cans. We got... Okay, they're taking care of it. Taking care of it. I know we discussed the logic behind the trash cans and how they work in one of the earlier episodes. I think, but just as a reminder, every time a guest walks past a trash can and they're holding trash, there's some sort of really specific percentage chance that they will place an item in the bin, or that the item they place in the bin will be actually taking up space in it. And it gets full when there are 3 items in there. But the chance is so low that it will fill up in 3 passes that it basically never happens. Interesting way to code the game. I always thought it was interesting. Okay, so what are we looking like here? Demon Drop was great. I feel like if that was a real thing, that would not be a sentence you'd want to hear. But I can't afford Demon Drop. Wait, what? How much am I charging? $250? You can't afford $250? Okay, well, what is the average customer coming in? Okay, they're looking with, what is that, 75? Is that 65? Math is hard. That would be 65. Okay, 754. We have to be at 1,000. Suspended swinging airplane cars for a suspended swinging coaster. That's what everybody wants. Yeah, so the steeplechase isn't really a great one. Wooden coasters are really good for getting people in, but they just take up so much space. I can't just keep building wood chip all the time either. This is a decent design. This is a very good compact design. It's only $5,700, but it's also probably not going to win any excitement contests. That looks really cool, but it's really expensive. All right, what you got under 10 grand? Probably not too much. That actually looks kind of neat. Excitement rating of 6, intensity rating of 7.5 is a little high, but the nausea rating being 4.3 might actually be a pretty decent thing here. But yeah, 15,000. Oh, that's because it's on so many stilts. 16. Yikes! All right, forget that. That's clearly not going to work. Yeah, what else? Like, some of these have a lot of those water sections, which is kind of cool. Did we build... Oh, that's got a loop. Oh, we gotta build the wooden roller coaster with the loop. It's gonna be really funny as if I've already built this, and I just don't remember at all. Happens sometimes. Ooh, here's an idea. Is there a way to position this so that the loop is in the middle of another coaster's track? If you custom build, it's a lot easier to do this. But I always thought it was super cool that you could have roller coasters intersect each other. Specifically, interlocking loops. I think there might be one of the scenarios that does it. That doesn't look terrible. It also doesn't look good. What about the back side here? That is only $9,000, really? But it doesn't intersect any rides except the station for the monorail. And getting paths into that would be a problem. Man, I guess I just have to do the boring way. And just block everything with this. Is it going to be cheaper? Oh, that was 8? 8813? Okay. All right. Well, when you least expect it, you're elected. There you go. I guess isometric view, don't let me down now. Let's just try to go straight through. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it works. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Is this going to work? Oh, yes. Absolutely beautiful. This is going to need a do not enter sign. Go ahead and prevent wayward wanderers from wandering waywardly into the path on which they're not supposed to travel. Raise this bad boy to $5. How many trains? Really? This is just one train? Oh, I can do 2 trains. But is there a reason why it was only one train? Is this a block break? It might be. Well, if it was a block break, then no. Let's test it with 2 trains. Because I don't want it to crash. But if we can get it to work with 2 trains... No, I can think of it as 2 chains. Then obviously that's going to be much better for throughput. Ooh, it just barely does the loop without any guests in there, but that's good to know. Got the on-ride photos. Please make it to the top of the hill. Thank you. And then it's got brakes. Okay, so I guess it just had one train for reasons. Cool, I guess. It is pretty cool to have the loop on the wooden coaster. That's not a super common thing. So hopefully it starts making us some pretty decent money. Of course, they're not going to go on it while it's raining, which is a known thing. Intensity rating, again, a little high, but the excitement of 6.3 is good stuff. One guy. All right, hold on. Who's this intrepid adventurer? I see no bodies. One person on the right. Are they waiting to get on? Is he caught in the... Okay, yeah, they're caught in the entrance. It's Ernest. You're not on it, Ernest. You're waiting. You're not on it. He thinks he's on the team. Although I did think it was interesting how like exactly one guy was willing to get in line while it was raining and nobody else. That is pretty funny. Stop raining. I want to see people ride the roller coaster. Please. Please. Stop raining. Everybody's already bought the $5 umbrellas. Which, speaking of... I don't know why this made me think about vandalism, but it doesn't look like anything else has been destroyed. At least from a cursory glance. The park rating is very high, so that's good. Yeah, now they're riding this thing. Let's go. Is that a full train? It is. Oh, look at this. It's beautiful. 56 people on the ride. The train's completely full. Oh, I love it. That's going to make us so much money. So much money. Yeah, I didn't think you could do loops on wooden coasters like that, but obviously it's brought in from another one of the coaster designs. Hybrid steel wood kind of deal. Still pretty cool. All right. Now let's check our stats here. Oh! Yeah, okay, this was a good choice. 17,000, 20,000 an hour. Wow. It was awesome. That's awesome. To have 2 trains on that was smart. I'm glad we did that. Tree topper needs to be inspected every 10, as does whatever the heck this thing's called. Oh. Because I edited it. Not 20 minutes, 10 minutes, and then I guess we have to inspect the boats. We'll do that every 10. And I'm making enough money now where I can afford to hire a couple more mechanics. I've got handyman. The paths look pretty good for the most part, but I think I can afford to hire another 5. So now we got 15. Randomly distributed, of course. Now, has this gone up? Okay, it's gone down a little bit, but I think if we keep this thing loaded up, it's going to make just irresponsible quantities of cash. Alright, so the loan's paid back. Park value, 210,000. Yeah, now we just need to get the rest of these bodies in here. We're up to 850 just about. Which this coaster will probably bring in a couple more, but we're going to have a couple more things in addition to that. Maybe a smaller coaster. If we can get that wooden, or not the wooden, yeah, spinning wild mouse. The thing that I still don't have a name for. Except we definitely had suggestions for that, and then I promptly forgot what the suggestions were. So, shame on me for that, but is there anywhere I can put this? I guess, no, that's going to be too high, pathwise. 'Cause I don't just want to build... Okay, that would be kind of stupid. I don't want to just build in the middle of... Look at how many people are in line for the monorail, man. You love to see it. I love monorails. But now I have to find a place for this to go that's actually going to, you know, be a viable place to put things. Is this going to go... Okay, so that's as far as that can go, which means that's going to intersect with this roller coaster, and it's going to be really close to the shuttle loops. So away we go. Let's make this let's call this a $3 coaster. And then we'll give that the old one too going down. Very good. I still don't see any more broken furnishings, so that's nice. How are our go-karts doing? 2,200 per hour, respectable. The cheat code wooden roller coaster is making us... Okay. So it has calmed down substantially, but over 13,000 an hour is still way more money than almost anything else is making us. Very, very, very cool to see. 5 of those guys probably is enough. Security guards probably don't need them anymore, but I don't want to get rid of them. So, that is looking pretty good. Need to have another 126 guests by the end of October, so we're not out of the woods yet. There's still a little bit more we can do. Compact inverted coaster probably means we're already have the regular inverted coaster. You guessed it. Corkscrew roller coaster. Where's the one that I keep building and then forgetting that it doesn't work? There might actually not be this coaster, but there's one of these. I love these designs. There's one of these that I built at least once that kept getting stuck because I didn't have any guests on it. That one crashes all the time. What is it? That just looks weird. Oh yeah, that guy. What was that? Was that this one? Yeah. There's one of these that... What is that? I guess that has the one drop, one inversion criteria. That's... Looks like something I would have made at some point. Alright, well I guess it wasn't this coaster, but there's one of those that has a super flawed design. Was it the compact inverted coaster? Deja vu. Broken down again. What even is some of this stuff, man? Well, now I'm never going to know. That looks sick. It's kind of a funny dude we haven't built yet in our other playthroughs. So is there a way for me to squeeze this in here and have it not be completely stupid? The answer to that's probably no, but I figured we'd try anyway. Yeah, it's just the land slopes so much. It's not very friendly to trying and building one of these things. Yeah, I really need a flatter spot for it, unless I were to... maybe it doesn't want to. Doesn't seem like it wants to. No, that's a shame. I liked this design. I thought it was pretty cool. Alright, well, that's that then. Almost up to 900 guests. It is June, year 3, so we do probably need to turn to marketing. Yeah, free entry to the park. Isn't it already free? I wonder how many people in real life you could, like, get with that. Like, a place that, like, famously has always been free, and then you see an advertisement that now through the end of next week you can go for free, and the people are like, oh, I gotta go right now. But then it's free, and it's always been free. I'm sure that kind of stuff happens all the time. But we're just going to advertise for the park. going to go ahead and run that. Wow. Yes, this is why I never want to do this because it costs so much money. 12 weeks advertising campaign for the park. And I'm going to compromise and probably just build another little coaster. Is the stand-up coaster the one that was doing the dumb thing? Nope. Never going to figure it out. I do not remember. Inverted coaster? No, but some of these... Yeah, that's always funny. Some of these look pretty neat. Some of them just look really stupid. I already looked at these. I already built that. Regular wooden wild mouse, not super exciting. Bobsled coaster, if you want to, you know, crash and explode, that's great for you. Man, I feel like there's got to be one of these. One of these that I'm going to have room for that isn't just going to be completely stupid. Like, that's objectively pretty dumb. But, like, some of these we've already built and they haven't been fantastic. I feel like that one was a coaster that had a name in a previous version. See, like, this has 4 inversions, 4 drops, but it's really just back-to-back-to-back-to-back corkscrew pieces. It's like, what's exciting about that? I mean, apparently something, because it's 4.8. It just feels like a little bit of a lazy solution, you know? You feel me? And then, you know, of course, I say that, and then I'm just gonna, you know, actually build it. It's fine. Can I? I can't raise the height at all. Well, that's the way it goes. That's the entrance there. That's not gonna fit. Now, if I go up this way, that's 2. I need to go up 1 more. Come on. Oh, that's not going to work. Will that do anything? No. Well, I guess it's fine to just do this. I can just have it go up 1 more. So that's the entrance. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. We'll just run that mini suspended coaster. Maybe that's the one. No. Mini suspended coaster is one that, like, everybody who makes videos on this game absolutely hates. They're like, this is the worst roller coaster ever. And they're like, I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. Well, what do I know? I'm just a dude. Wait a second. Was this the correct height the entire time? Yes, dear reader. $2? No, we got to make it 3. Gotta make it 3. So now I'm very interested because this is obviously going to be a powered launch type of situation. It's probably just and it was over super quick, which would actually be great if we had a lot of guests, because I'm pretty sure we would be able to have crazy throughput on it. All right, well, hurry up and get on here. I want to watch them ride this. What kind of money are we clearing on this? Almost 16 grand an hour. Nice. All right, I'm no longer asking. Get on the roller coaster. Well, that's kind of anticlimactic, but yeah. Ride time 13 seconds for $3. Well, if they like it, they like it. It's probably not going to make a tremendous amount of money unless a lot of people start riding it, but hey. Hey, it's got 4 inversions, 4 drops, and it goes. It's a coaster. 2,000 an hour, not too shabby. Not too shabby. So we've created a pretty profitable park here. PPP. There's probably some other stuff we could... I feel sick of. I can't help you there, bud. Lots of people saying the park's clean and tidy, which is great considering where we started. I want to go on something more thrilling than the monorail. Then get off the monorail and go on any of the rides that are all more thrilling than the monorail. Except the boat hire, which is 2.12 excitement rating. Does it get a bonus for the canoes? I think it does. No, actually. It's not going to let me look at whatever the bonuses is without closing the ride. So I guess that's just going to stay how it is. Hey, there's our 1,000 guests. Now we got vertical drop roller coaster. I guess I don't need to stop research because we basically beat the scenario. But actually, let's check our marketing campaign because sometimes I get caught. One of the reasons I don't really like doing the marketing campaigns is I'll forget that I did them. Then they run out, and I don't pay attention to the ticker at the bottom of the screen because I'm playing on like 3 times speed, which some of you guys catch and chastise me for, and that's fine. But I'll forget that the campaign's over, and then I wonder why I'm losing guests. But it's because I stopped advertising, and then they stopped coming. Because that's how that works. Yeah, $5,600 an hour. That's a pretty good moneymaker. Still hovering up nicely. How's our mechanic load? Okay. Looking good. Those guys they're just chilling. Everything is looking pretty nice. Is there anywhere else? How the go-karts doing? I haven't not going on it while it's raining. Don't blame you. Respectable $2,500 an hour. Okay. Is there anything else? Like, I like these vertical drop coasters, but they're always so expensive, and it's already August 14th. One of these days, the Soul Stealer, we did that one on the other one. One of these days, we're going to build this monstrosity of a super, like, Rainbow Road hellscape of a roller coaster. It's $41,000. I want to build it at some point. Well, I guess the solution to that would just be to build it in a scenario with no cash at all, like Arid Heights or whatever. But that does kind of take the fun out of it if there's no money involved. Or no limit to the money involved. Yeah, this is still really close. The 1,000 guest thing right there. Tree Topper still hasn't been fixed. Well, have you considered fixing it? I got mechanics for a reason. Do your job. Okay, I guess I'm hiring more mechanics. And because I can't ever have a number that is not even or divisible by 5, I have to go to 8. Because 6 would not have been enough. Okay, how long do we have? 3 weeks. That's not going to be long enough, but we can't start another one until that happens. I've got 16 grand cash. Can I fit? Oh, yeah. Reverse freefall coaster is a good one. If you have space for it. Force 9. Or consider Force 9. And then Rocket Rush. Yeah, okay. Force 9 with no station building sounds good to me. I think we've already built that a couple times, but who's keeping track? Is there... That might actually not look super terrible. It's not going to look great, but it's also not going to look super terrible. Okie dokie then. Put that in there. There's no chance I'm charging more than $2 for this because it's literally just the same thing over and over. Alright. Doesn't need a large queue. And then all I've got to do is get this path to connect to that path. Oh, man. You had one job. Alright. No, you can't do that. So we'll just have to come up here and go down and do the same thing again. Nope, nope, down. Thank you. And down. Cool, so that's our Force 9 linear induction whatever. No, that's a different coaster. Oh, no, it is. Linear induction motor powered launch. A railgun for a... Oh, okay, so one of the comments is going to say that's not technically a railgun because a railgun... Look, my knowledge of railguns extends to whatever was in the Halo novels when I was in high school. That is all I know about railguns. That's not a railgun, it's a magnetic accelerator cannon. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. They don't scream on this one for some reason. But I digress. September 7th, we've got 2 weeks on the Ivory Tower advertising campaign. So I'm just going to turbo speed this guy, and then we'll restart the advertising campaign. And then I think, friends, that's going to be all she wrote for this one. Let's see. All right, advertising campaign for the park is finished. September 16th means we can get away with only doing 6 weeks, yeah. All right, so got ourselves a little bit of a more expanded view here. That is going to do it for this one, folks. I really appreciate you watching these videos. I love RollerCoaster Tycoon, and I know these videos don't get as many views as the Beavers or, I guess, probably if you factor in the other stuff that we've been doing that I haven't done videos on in a while. But this is a fun game. It's really relaxing to get to just, sit here and play it for an hour, hour 15, and share the nostalgia fun with you guys. Even though, I'm not doing anything super complicated. I don't really build custom coasters very often. But I am very heavily considering doing that multi-episode playthrough. I just have to figure out what park I want to do that in, or if I want to just download a custom no money scenario and just build like the best park we could possibly build, or have a more realistic approach where we have to actually earn the cash to do everything. So do keep that in mind as a possible future thing. We got plenty of stuff coming up, and more behind it, because water beavers are very close to being done. Or rather, we're very close to being done with the water beavers. Not that the playthrough is complete, but it's basically unplayable at this point. The Iron Teeth playthrough for Update 6 is also pretty close to being done. We have, I don't know, probably get that one to at least episode 30. But after that, friends, we've got some cool stuff. We're going to do a hard mode playthrough for Timberborn, and then I'm going to do a live stream series for Timberborn, probably that Ember Pelts faction. Seems like that would be a cool one to do. And then we got some other games we want to try, and then in January, we're supposed to get Ostriv Alpha 6, which is going to be a whole lot of fun. That's the game that launched the channel back in 2020, and I'm always going to love Ostriv so much. And I hope those of you who came here for the beavers will enjoy that as well. But now it's just about the end of October year 3. So we'll go ahead and, of course, acknowledge the contributions the Beard Boosters have made to the channel, making it possible to do stuff like this, playing a 25-year-old game and having a good time with it. So I really appreciate you folks, and of course everyone else as well. Could not do without you. Just very grateful for the opportunity to get to play the games and have a good time and not worry about trying to appease the algorithm in terms of making clickbaity stuff or whatever. But there we go. 1,000 guests with a company value of $287,118. Job well done. So we're going to put our name in this scenario chart. If I can spell it correctly this time, thank you very much. And that's all she wrote. Whatever it is you're doing with the rest of your day, stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.